Welcome to a new episode of Get the Food Out of Here. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Last week was unbelievable, live from Aunt Butchie's. Once a month we're going to go live from a restaurant. That was just off the hook good. Go to Aunt Butchie's, have yourself a great meal.
That was a great night.
That was a great night. Anyway, today's episode, today's show is brought to you by Finest Meat and Seafood. And of course, Watertown Hyundai. Look, I don't have the sketch anymore. I got the real car.
Well, let's see.
Okay? Don't worry about it. I got a cookie. I'm starving. I haven't eaten yet. Today we're going to have a beautiful pork roast.
No.
It's not a pork roast.
It's a pork tenderloin.
Pork tenderloin. Oh, how's your pork roast? Huh? That could be a thing. How's your pork roast? Anyway, you know it's the summer. Everything was barbecue. Everything was hot dogs, hamburgers. I miss those roasts of the winter, of the fall. You know what I mean? So we got one. I'm not putting the oven on. It's 93 degrees out. So we're gonna make a pork tenderloin in 2 minutes.
No.
2 minutes. They used to call me Freddie 2 minutes.
I still do.
Have some wine, a nice beautiful rosé. I'm getting into rosés lately, yeah? The whole thing with this pork dish is the sauce. Now, I taught you sauce. I taught you the sauce with the shrimp to dip in. I taught you the fettuccine sauce, that other cream sauce. And now we're gonna make a very simple salted caramel sauce for pork. Off the hook. Easy.
Game changer.
Easy. They used to call her easy, but that's what it is. Anyway, girls, look at this. Look at this pork loin. Look.
Fred.
Just holding it's gonna make your day.
Fred.
I'm just saying, it's a beautiful piece of meat. Look at this. Anyway.
Go wash your hands.
Every time you gotta wash your hands as soon as you touch anything. This segment's brought to you by Puncher's Pilot. That's the most famous hand washing, right? What do you want from me?
You're very special.
Thank you so much. First, we're gonna heat up a pot. Okay? It's very simple. The caramel sauce, caramel is half a stick of butter, half a cup of light brown sugar. Not dark brown, light brown, like Jeter. Not like DD. DD's dark brown. Okay, and this is a quarter cup of cream.
Heavy cream.
Quarter cup of cream. Remember the Three Stooges? Gene Wilder. Rest in peace. Anybody who's a comic or is in comedy for any length of time has been influenced by him. God bless him, may rest in peace. I hope God sends us somebody that funny again in my lifetime. Okay, I got the half a stick of butter. Butter. We used to call a guy in my neighborhood Butter. You know Brooklyn's always got the nicknames. This guy had a heavy Italian accent. So he would never say the word but. You know? He would always add an A. Yeah, but that's the way it is. Hey, I like you, but sometimes you get on your nerve. So we called them Butter.
Don't let the butter get brown.
Don't let the butter get brown.
Just melt it.
Okay, the butter's melting. I'm gonna put in the half a cup of brown sugar. You wanna come over here? Come over here. Look at this. Butter and brown sugar. What's gonna happen to this butter?
It's gonna melt.
It sure is.
And then the granules of sugar dissolve.
Yes, the granules of sugar will dissolve. But listen, don't burn it, okay? But you gotta keep it hot and it's gotta come to a boil. Okay? Yeah, keep it on there. I want them to see how this evolves. Don't be afraid of sauce. Okay? Used to call me Freddie Cream Sauce back in the day.
Okay.
This is the best pork recipe. Look, you see what's happening? Look, it's almost a caramel sauce already. Now I'm gonna lower the heat a little because it's gonna go.
I don't think that's a good idea.
You don't think it's a good idea, so we're gonna bring it to a boil. Now sometimes this will be a little thin. So you just leave it out and it gets thick. If you want to make it thinner again, if you stored it, then you just heat it up again. Okay, here comes a 1/4 cup of cream.
Not yet.
Look, it's bubbling.
No, it's gonna be really boiling.
Oh, it's gotta be, because it's gotta melt the sugar. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm gonna stop for a little while, and that's gonna happen. Look how nice that is. You smell that?
Beautiful.
Oh. Oh my goodness. That is the best smell in the world. It smells like candy.
Okay, now you can put the cream in.
You goddamn right, I gotta put the cream in. Mmm. This is how you make caramel, right?
It's one of the ways.
God forbid you should say yes. Okay, we bring it back to a boil, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful caramel sauce. It took me 3 minutes.
You wouldn't think that would go with meat, but when you salt it, it's
That's
amazing.
unbelievable. We have this like 4 times a year. We have a lot of things 4 times a year.
If you're lucky.
But I'm working on that.
Wow.
That's what the wine's for. Anyway, look at this now. Look at this. It brought it to a boil again. I'm going to lower it. See it go down. Get down. Get down. Get down. People, you make this. I'm going to shut it off because I think it's done.
Yeah, put some salt in it.
I'm going to put some salt in, okay? You ever have the salty and the sweet together? You know, you go to these cupcake places? So look, coarse kosher salt. I'm going to give a good, hey-o,
Do one more. Very nice.
salt, all right? Salted. Okay, come back over here.
Let's mix that in first.
You like to mix it in?
Yeah.
I like to leave it coarse.
Yeah, I like to mix it.
Of course. Yeah, come on. Out, out, out,
You
out.
could also use this on ham. The
Listen,
sauce.
you could use it on any pork dish. You could use it on pork chops. You could use it on spiral ham. You know when people come with the spiral ham from Costco to your house? Like what they did, they defrosted it. Country ham. You know how you can tell if it's country ham? If it married its sister. Okay. How am I gonna make a pork tenderloin roast in 2 minutes? I'll show you how. Look at this. I put the heat on. All I'm doing is a little bit of oil just to grease the pan. Okay? Grease that pan. Sounds like a great movie. Grease that pan. Anyway, now that's getting hot. It's just gonna see it. Look at this medallion.
Don't let it get too hot.
Look at that. That's all you do.
Just cutting medallions.
Just cutting medallions here.
About 1.5 inches.
I don't want no trouble. Look at that beautiful medallion.
That's beautiful.
Look at this. Finest meat and seafood. The guy brings it to your house. What do you want from this guy? It's the best food in the world.
What more could you ask for?
Anyway, this is getting hot. This is getting hotter than a hot. Oh, by the way, Ricky, look at this car. Under $15,000. What are you, insane? His wife called me. He says, he's giving the store away. You know what? You're on your own. You want a car? Go to Watertown Hyundai. Under 15 grand. It's right there. Look at that car. It's like the one I drew. Remember the one I drew?
It looks a little better than the one you drew.
Look at that. It's a beautiful car.
Well, let's go get one.
And it's a hatchback. In case you want to hatch somebody in the back, that's the car. That's a getaway car. Okay, this is getting hot. Now I'm going to throw the medallions in. You know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to salt. Let me just...
Trying to reconnect. All right, it reconnected.
I'm going to try and reconnect with you guys. Look, a little salt on top of the medallions. And that's it. Look. You hear?
It's like making a roast in a fraction of the time.
I just said that.
Well, I'm just reiterating.
Boom! That's half of a roast, okay? When we cook, we do the whole roast in one pan, the other roast in another. Look at that. Look how beautiful. Sometimes you trim it.
That's the silver skin.
That's the silver skin. Okay? Just cut it off. But you know what? This really isn't silver skin. This is just a little fat. I like it.
It's all roasts come with that. You could leave it. But
I'm gonna leave it. I like that.
You could trim it.
I want from me. Okay, look. We got the caramel sauce. We're making a whole roast of tenderloin in 3 or 4 minutes. Just see what I'm doing here? I'm saving lives. This is incredible. Look, one side just about done. I like to really brown it on one side. And you can see that it's almost cooked all the way through. And when you turn it, it'll just be brown on the other side. It'll almost be done. Okay, see that one turn?
That's got nice color on it.
That's got nice color. I want more color. I want more color, I tell you. And I need more wine. Finest meat and seafood. You're nuts if you don't call them. You're nuts if you don't go to Watertown Hyundai. I don't know what's wrong with you people.
Try it once and you'll be hooked.
That's it. Okay. What's happening here? Look at that.
Nice. See, it's almost better than roast because all the pieces have that nice
char.
That nice color on it.
Char.
Not a char. It's always black.
Not here. Anyway. Okay. Now we're just gonna let that. It's about 1.5 minutes on the first side, 1 minute on the other side. Okay? Look, I'm doing it again. Look, I'm doing it again. Okay. Did you see the DMAs? You see that? Oh, no. I liked it better when I was a kid, and it was called Soul Train. Okay? Remember Soul Train? How great was Soul Train? I tried to grow an afro, I couldn't grow. Ruined my whole childhood. Done. 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 No? Want to see? You don't think it's done?
Take another few seconds.
Yeah, look at this. It's always another few seconds. It's always another few seconds with them, right? Look at that.
Yeah, another few seconds.
No way, that's beautiful.
Another few seconds.
Ah. Okay. Always cook your pork well. But I like it a tiny bit pink, my pork.
No one's got trichinosis in this country for 50 years.
Right. I like my pork pink, I tell you. Guys, no? Huh? Not like a little pink pork. I always say. And that's it. And that's that. My friends, My friends, let me just say that I have just cooked a half a pork roast in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Less than that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cook the rest in a little while. But right now, we sauce. Okay? You wanna heat it up a little, you can. This sauce is magnificent. Put it on any ham. This is the best way to make this dish. It's the best.
That's why in the pan you don't need wine, you don't need extra butter. The flavor of the pork with the sauce is all you need.
Right.
Let me see the sauce.
Look at that sauce.
That's beautiful.
Look at me. Look.
Stop it.
And we're done. A pork roast. No oven on. No oven on. Stop with the oven. Throw your oven out, okay? And here we go. That's the best pork you'll ever have. People, listen to me. If you don't make this, you're missing out on life.
It's
Oh my God.
a 15-minute meal at the most.
Show of hands. How many people ever had this? Huh? Nobody. I don't see no hands. I gotta warn you, I've been known to eat a whole pork roast by myself with this sauce. I'm a growing boy.
Pork with a salted caramel sauce is something
Oh.
you'll never ever have anywhere else unless you make it. And it's amazing.
Now if you leave it a little, it gets thicker. I like it thicker. It's like a caramel apple. Oh. We got this. Come here. Come here.
Perfect.
It's like I took her out to eat, right?
Good job.
Good job is right. Hey. Pork roast, caramel sauce. 18 minutes. Took me 15 minutes, start to finish. Barry Rubino here. Go to my website for the sponsors. Click on it, call them up. Get the food out of here, strikes again. Best pork dish ever. I'll talk to you later. God bless you.